for a part 2 of our agent one-shot, Super Agents one-shot, where we have actually the same number of agents, but a player has swapped out with another player. Um, the player of Eclipse isn't at the game today, but we're joined by another player. So we have um, a new character, and we're going to just fade Eclipse into the background. All right. So you remember last time we had a train heist because there was some intel that there were some Naga equipment being transported from Hudson Bay area or Hudson City to the Chicago area. And so, because of that, these agents thought, well, that'd be a good opportunity for us to expand our um, inventory, since we don't really have any inventory. So, it'd be a good idea to get some, and then they could use it in whatever things they're trying to do.
All righty.
And so the train heist went off with only a few hitches, um, and wouldn't be fair to say without a hitch. But they escaped with two flying vehicles, little fighter cycles,
Yeah.
and also a large, heavily armed command vehicle, 4x4 tracks. So those got away with, but they also found a briefcase. And inside the briefcase, which they had to like hack through some security to get inside, they found some additional intelligence that there were some power cells, some significantly powered cells in a storage area, a defunct storage area deep underground. And so I don't know if your characters would probably know that there is kind of a military urban legend that there are deep underground military bases. And so you decide to go and see if you could get these power cells, because that you could use that to recharge and power things and all kinds of cool stuff. So based on that, you guys went to where the entrance of the place is, kind of following coordinates that were in the intel, some basic information, and you began exploring the deep underground military base, which at that point wasn't very deep underground. You had to go several levels down, and by your estimations, it perhaps is a mile or more underground. You went down some elevator shafts that were broken, and some stairways that went down further, that went down several stories down, but they were cluttered, and there was certainly this deep underground military base had not been used for at least 5 years, probably longer. And so it's hard to know exactly how long it's been, but it's certainly quite a derelict facility. So eventually, you guys reached the bottom, and I believe, if memory serves, it looked something like this. All right, so you guys came in, and things have been moved around a little bit since the last time. The writers retconned a few things. So go ahead and put your characters in somewhere near the opening over here, and let's take the scene from there.
Oh, things definitely have changed around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, which opening? Over
Yeah.
here? Over here.
Yeah. Over the other side. Yep. The second side.
Yeah, because all of this was over here.
There was somebody, right? Exactly. So what happened is that the GM, who really doesn't like to do scenery, threw crap together and then decided there was a better way to throw it together. That Bert thought it was funny. I did too. Okay, so all right, so here you go.
So we've not yet unleashed the Kraken.
Correct.
Okay.
So I wanted to give you a little bit of time to kind of look around. I rushed the end because we were running out of time, and I wanted to get to a particular cliffhanger, and so I rushed it. My apologies.
So we've not yet found the cliffhanger.
Correct.
Well,
You do have an
Hunter,
engineer with you. So let's take a second and make sure. I don't know if Tara, you watched the last scenario or not, to get to know any of the other players. But let's go around the table real quick, and you can just tell us briefly just about your character and what you do and all that stuff. So we'll start with Hunter.
Hunter is a fairly young fellow, new to the team, taken in for his apparent knack for making really big holes with an anti-material rifle he is somehow able to carry concealed. The team caught him setting up to snipe a target that they had planned to engage, and took him in after he proved quite useful. He spent most of the 4 years prior being raised and trained by his Special Forces father while hiding out in the Wyoming mountain wilderness. Sadly, his father had died recently, but he inherited from him some great gear that had been salted away, including that rifle.
He walks with a limp, but hey.
Well, he does walk carefully.
It's a little stiff.
If he runs, he's got to make a dex roll to keep the rifle hidden.
There you go. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So, very good. Next around the table, we end up at Tara. Go ahead and tell us about Tinker.
This is Tinker. Tinker is a young woman um, of a mixed descent, Hispanic and black. She comes from a long family of mechanics, very smart mechanics. None of them got past high school, but they seem to be fairly machine intuitive, and this includes electronics. She went to what's it called? IT? Not IT.
MIT.
MIT. Thank you. She went to MIT, graduated in electrical engineering. But she didn't go into the field. She went back home to work in her father's garage, fixing cars, updating cars, modifying cars. That's what she likes to do. She's
She
a
likes
tech
to
nerd.
tinker.
She likes to tinker. She's a tech nerd. She's a mechanics nerd. Any day of the week, you'll find her in the workshop shed they have in the backyard, making things. And her grandest so far creation is Monkey Wrench. Monkey Wrench is her multi-tool. It's designed to affect mechanical and electronic things in various ways.
All right, cool.
And she's got an extremely the old term was tomboy, but we don't use that term anymore. She's just she doesn't go to debutante balls. Let's put it that way.
Right. Okay, good. All right, so very good. Let's move to the next person. We have Ricochet by Amarok. Go for it.
Hi there. So my character is an ex-ranger. That was my military training, and I'm a range specialist. I have a little bit of hand-to-hand things, and I like to get into places, so I have skills to help me do that.
Cool. Okay, very good. So then we've got our last player ready to go. That's Sparks. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yep, Sparks is a ex-Until agent in the EDM warfare area. He uses in the early part of the cybernet. He actually connects to it through a tablet, that plugs into his head, and he's able to control electronics remotely.
Good. So an early version like a cyber deck or something, huh?
Yeah, early version cyberdeck.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Lost
All
the
right.
word for a minute.
Yeah. So, all right. So this is, you've entered, you're on the right depth for where these power cells are located, and you have entered this huge storage area. And this is apparently where it's located, somewhere in here.
Well, Hunter would immediately, the idea is to clear space, and he would want to clear the nearest space first. So he'll head in this direction here and peer around the barrel. Oops.
Okay.
Oh, gosh, where are you
Screwed
going?
that
Hold
up
There you
on.
already.
go.
You?
Yep.
Let me
So,
let
all
me
right.
scout
So
you
you're
out.
looking
Let me
around,
scout
making
you out.
sure. Okay. Good. So you will first move in here, and let's say you'll move all the way. You don't see anything initially, so you check and make sure there's nothing behind the container. There's very little space behind the container. If rats could survive down here, there might be something back there, but there isn't. So you have. So that area is clear. All right. Sparks, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do a quick scan with the to find out if there's any live electronics. And for some reason,
Yeah, sure there is. It's kind of all the ambient stuff that you have seen before. It's very spotty. There are in this area basically security lights, like safety lights. So they're very far apart and they're very dim and they flicker. So imagine like if you've ever played Half-Life and you start going around that facility where some things are sort of working. Maybe there's some generator battery or something left somewhere. Everything's on ultra low power conservation and it's all running out, right? Which may be what allowed scans to find the power cells in the first place, because any ECM stuff or other EM fields that were blocking it before are no longer blocking it, right? Power's going out. So I would say there's very little electronic anything going on. You are so far below ground, there's no satellite, no Wi-Fi, no nothing. It's dead quiet in here. And it every sound you make, everyone hears it, right? Very
Okay.
quiet. So it's
Lots of echoes.
it, um, no, not so much. There is definitely some echoes, but a lot of the sound is being absorbed by the things that are in here. So it's not just like you're in a huge cave, though it's big and, cave-like. But yeah, it's there is some. It's not as bad as you might think. There's definitely some reverb, but all right, all right. So you've scanned. All right, Ricochet, what's your plan?
So I see that Hunter is searching out that area. I will come to center area, looking down
Okay.
this apparent track.
Yeah, so it looks like these barriers were put here probably to prevent forklifts or vehicles or whatever from hitting any of the equipment. Kind of keep them, just protective barriers. Okay.
Okay.
Some barrels you see ahead of you. There, you're faced toward these racks of barrels. It's really hard to see in the dark, but yeah.
Other than our own tracks, are there any other tracks in the area?
No, there is a layer of dust. It's not,
So
anything
we're
you can
creating
pick up.
tracks.
You are making new tracks. Yep. All right, so Tinker.
So
I'm
I
sorry,
will
go ahead.
tell people to be aware that we are making tracks as we move about here. So
Roger that.
if somebody comes in behind us, they will know generally where we've been.
That's now maybe we'll hold on a second and let me see if I can pick up a map. Get a idea of what's around us. and she takes out what looks like a taser. But it's got a lot of dials and buttons on it. She proceeds to, okay, yes, all right, fine. Here, let's see. And she presses the side buttons that would normally, tase somebody, and it's a mapping function. I think if I bring this down here and dice roller, is it on here? No, only siphon is on here. How do I do spatial awareness?
It's a sense, so it's just like, how do I look around?
Yeah, basically it's designed to bring up a map, a 360-degree map that is
Okay.
also discriminatory.
Okay. All right, so that just means you can target with it. So you can see maybe like the actual location of blips. So you're using probably some kind of a sonar, I would imagine, some technology like that that's actually just pinging the area and giving you a heads
Yeah,
up.
and
Uh-huh.
yeah,
And what does it
it'll
look
bring
like?
up it's like a hologram that appears in front of how the two prongs where the tasers are. It appears out in front of it emits out from
Okay.
in front of that and
Okay.
in front of her basically.
All right. So you're holding this device and you kind of look around and what's the is there anything in particular you're looking for, or you just want to kind of get a feel for what's where?
I want to map out the
Okay.
area.
All right. So you can see further down. There's a lot of dark areas on this in this chamber, this large area, but you kind of get an idea. There's a lot of clutter. It looks like this was abandoned, um, and so there's like just a bunch of barrels. For example, right in front of you, somebody piled up just a bunch of stuff to get it out of the way. There are these racks of barrels with shelves on top, and it looks like there's just some left up there. You can see to your right, there's some shelving. There's a bunch of crates and boxes and stuff over there. There are some shipping containers that have been stacked here and there. Your guess is they're probably empty, but you can't see inside. And then there's some kind of a sub building inside this area, which looks like it has maybe some storage garages or storage units kind of in there. And then farther down, there's a tall structure of like different levels. It's got some stairs that go up to it. And to the left of that, toward the other corner of the area, there's some piping and equipment, perhaps heating and cooling or electric generators or something like that. And aside from that, there are these large supports. We're not really sure what those are, but they have different things on them. Some have barrels stacked on top as well. So you kind of can walk around as a player, look around the map, and you kind of get an idea of that's where everything is in here.
Okay, I'll say there's nobody here, and I'm not picking up any indication. Guess it's
Okay.
okay for us to head down towards the right. There seems to be another entrance down there.
Okay.
And there's a building off to so many feet off to the right. And I guess that's my go.
A scale on this map for reference now is 1 inch is 2 meters. So it'd be standard like 5th edition tracking. It's not 1 hex is 1 meter. So your minis should be scaled for that already. So if you measure a distance and find, for example, that it's 7 inches, that's really 14 meters. Okay.
Gotcha.
So
So
from
double.
where you
Gotcha.
are now, it's 60 meters to that building.
And I turn off the map on Monkey Wrench.
Okay.
Put him away.
All right. Let's go back. Hunter, what's your plan now? You've cleared the area in that corner.
Okay, he's going to basically check out the barrels. He wants to verify what the contents are of these various barrels.
Ah, okay, so it appears that the barrels are mostly empty. There is some like residue in some that looks like it may have been oil or gasoline, but it's so old that whatever was in it, if it had any potency, it doesn't anymore.
Okay, so he can be reasonably certain that most of the barrels, at least, will be won't blow up if he accidentally hits them with a round.
Do you want to knock on them or do
Oh,
some other
yeah, he'll
method for
knock.
checking?
Yeah, he'll.
All right. Clang, 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 clang. Knock, 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 knock. Okay. They all appear to be kind of empty. And while this rack shows everything all stacked neatly and nicely, there are spots that are missing barrels. And so there's some obviously elsewhere. There are, it's definitely been abandoned. So this is not like an active storage place. This is a definitely abandoned dump.
So he's not going to set off the nuclear reactor by blowing up the pipes.
Not that you know.
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Yeah, probably not. But who knows?
It's a
Maybe.
good thing to verify.
Right.
Saw it in a movie once. Don't want to repeat the action.
That's right. And in the video games, don't shoot the red barrels
Yeah,
unless
exactly.
a bad guy's next to it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so you check the barrels. So let's go to the next person, Tinker, and then Ricochet. What are you guys going to do next? Just kind of give me some ideas what you're headed to do.
I've given. Okay,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I've given you guys an idea of what's in front of us. So she's gonna wait for you guys to take a direction.
Okay.
So we are looking for energy cells, yes?
Yes, you definitely have energy cells. Your intel describes them as likely to be also barrel-shaped, but smaller, and they will look like containment units, like maybe even for biological. How they have those large containers and the lid screws off and steam or fog or whatever comes out, and then the inside is where you reach in and pull the highly radioactive stuff or whatever it is. In this case, it's energy cells that could power the right kinds of vehicles, the right kinds of weapons, maybe even run an underground base.
Hmm.
All right. Hank, do you have any way to detect this energy source that we're looking for? Hank. Woman,
I'm sorry.
talking to you.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I have been working on that, but I still can't get the right parameters up. I thought somebody else was able to do that, so I didn't work out the particulars of that.
So before our
think
retcon,
Eclipse
there
had something, yeah.
Yeah, Eclipse had some way of kind of narrowing it right down, but he had some kind of equipment that would help with that. But he's not here right now. He is probably taking the vehicles back to a safe place to store them. So.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So
Well,
yeah, you guys have a vehicle that you brought here, but it's just like a Humvee kind of thing.
For lack of any better ideas, because Hunter's not exactly a technologist, he's more he's a hunter. He can sneak around in the forest and that sort of thing. He will knock on containers, see if they're still hollow.
These
Are
appear
these
to
ones hollow?
be, they're really thick solid, so you can't tell if they actually hold anything or whether they're support structures. Hard to tell, but they're very thick steel, solid steel.
No apparent way to open them?
No.
Okay.
They seem to be self-contained. They're part of whatever they're attached to here.
Okay.
In some fashion.
Well, he does spot crates over there, and is like, "Oh, that's a likely spot." Mhm.
Okay.
I figure we're looking for something that's going to be the size of a car battery or so.
Well, yeah, a little bigger, but yes. Probably the size of a rucksack. You see those? Like imagine a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Okay, about that size.
All right.
Okay.
Spark.
Ricochet, what you up to? Sorry. Did you
Um,
already give us what you're doing?
No, he's Sparks is going to move farther in and continue to scan for because he can see machines. He's going to look for um,
power sources.
power source resources and that kind of stuff.
Okay. You can't really make a perception roll, and let's see. Why don't you do it and put -5 on it?
Still succeeded by 1,
Hmm.
Wow.
Nice.
and that was without his +2.
All right.
No. Sorry.
All right. So you do notice that there's some power from the lights. It's very dim, but you see there's still some EM fields over at the far end of the room. This giant room way down here. You can see there's some EM field that way.
Roger that. Hey guys, I'm gonna call that north
Okay.
because that's the way I did it. At the far end of the room over that way, and he's gonna point that way. There are stronger EM fields there than what's coming out of anything else. So that's a possible power supply source.
Okay.
Let's head in there.
I'm going to head over. I'm going to head towards these crates over here.
Yeah. Well, that's what Hunter would want to be doing as well.
Okay.
But at the same time, though, he's going to be staring down his rifle scope and scoping out that particular area, the area that was indicated
Okay.
by our compatriot.
It is very dark. You have any enhanced senses?
Hey, Tank, keep
Yes,
up.
he has night vision goggles.
Okay. So you get a nice green picture down there with some variations in um, textures or different objects that are down there, but you don't really see anything of interest at this point.
Okay. No problem.
All right. So these crates were obviously used to store or move things. They've just been kind of stacked here like they needed to be out of the way. And they all appear to be either in disrepair, like not super useful as a crate anymore, or I guess or also perhaps have a some padding, like packing material. Looks like straw, but it's not. It's synthetic material to pad things, but there's very little of it in there, and it's clearly empty of anything useful besides that. There are some things inside the crates that look like maybe they held racking for weapons. Maybe a crate or two was used. Looks like it maybe have had rifles. Maybe some had missiles, um, but there's nothing in them now. So this is
So it's quite likely there's an armory here somewhere.
yeah, and it certainly speaks to some of the military side of what this is. There are definitely No branded branch of the military here, but definite kind of some telltale signs that this was military.
Okay, well, if the crates are empty, I guess we'll just head in the direction previously indicated.
Okay.
Although now that Hunter is here and he sees this ladder just to the right of him,
Yep.
his
Is he
natural
interested in the high ground?
exactly his natural instinct is to take the high ground and provide cover
Overwatch.
fire
Yeah.
for the more technically inclined folks.
Okay. That's a good idea.
So,
All right. So you climb up there and
oh,
let me help you
try
with
that
that.
again.
Maybe,
Oh
maybe
no,
I
Hunter fell off. Make a
maybe I
Oh
can
climbing
help you
no!
with
wall.
that. There, we'll put you up there.
He keeps falling off at the top of things.
Are you
He's actually quite a good
okay?
climber. You'd think you would have mastered the skill by now.
Failed his climbing roll. All right. So you're going to go ahead and get up some high ground. All right. Very good. All right. So the others, what are you going to do? I guess we'll do
I'm
it
gonna
in
keep.
order. Yeah. Go ahead, Sparks.
I'm gonna just keep heading over towards that.
Okay. Move yourself a reasonable distance that direction. We're not really in combat. So, okay. So you're going to duck between the barriers and go down that way. Okay. Good. Yep. So there are no tracks in the concrete flooring at all. No
Okay.
signs. There's no signs of even vehicle treads or anything like forklift wheels. Nothing like that. It's been out of use for so long. It doesn't seem like if there was any evidence, then it would be underneath the dust, and so no longer really there. Probably, I mean, if you brush dust away, you would find maybe some tire tread, where it's kind of left behind as it made a tight turn or something like that. But not much. There'd be some wear and tear on the concrete, but otherwise, no sign. This place has been out of business for a long time. All right, Ricochet, where are you headed next?
So I moved forward another 12 meters up towards this can here.
Yep. Okay.
And getting to it, I kind of put my hand on it and move it, shake it back and forth to hear if there's anything inside it.
Nope. Nope. That one has got nothing in it, but it does seem a little weighted. And so as you move it back and forth, you can tell it's kind of definitely settled on this side.
Okay.
But
My
but
plan is to
definitely
keep
not full. All right, go ahead.
moving forward.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Move. And Tinker.
That's as far as
Okay,
I
that's
can
it.
go
All
on a
right.
turn. So.
All right, Tinker.
Okay. Well, you answered one of my questions I was going to ask if I noticed there any tracks, but this
Yep.
dust is heavy and it's clearly. So I said to the others, nobody's been in here for a long time. Are we sure it's in here?
No, that's why we're verifying.
How long ago was it gone? What we were looking for? How long?
That's not in the intel. Most of the intel was just they picked up on some high intensity scans that there was some strange energy, and so they analyzed it more, and they believe there's energy cells at these coordinates.
Okay,
So
now
Naga was going
and
to
how
recover
old
them.
is that intel? Is that like a couple days old?
Yes, very
A day
recent.
old?
Yeah, it's very recent, like a day or two old, and
Okay.
and Naga was potentially, I mean, assuming the intel was headed to someone who could make that decision, was going to probably come recover it.
Hopefully they don't have another suitcase someplace.
Right.
Any ladders on this thing?
Okay.
No, there's
Tinker,
no
are
way
you
to.
gonna move anywhere?
Yeah,
Okay.
she is moving. She's going to hug the wall,
Okay.
basically the the right hand side.
All right. I'm not worried about you covering a specific number of movement, distance, meters, and so on, but I don't want you to do anything at, like suddenly, ka-ching, I'm teleported to the other side of the room.
Oh, yeah, I got
But
you.
feel free to move yourself what you feel is reasonable for the speed at which you're moving and how far you
Yeah,
want to go. All right.
that
So
feels
back
good there.
around. Let's come back around to Sparks. You are leading the gang headed toward the other side of the building. So go ahead and move yourself where you want to go next. Oh, stop there. Stop there.
That's where the booby trap is. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I was just kidding.
Yeah, well, I'm the booby.
Yeah. All right. So where do you want to head from there? I just was teasing like you stepped on something, right? So. All right, good. All right, so, oh, you know what? Here's what I'm missing. This is egregious on my part. We really need to be doing something like this. There we go. Okay. Is that too loud?
no.
If you pull away from the table, it will get softer. The sounds come from the table so that you can,
I can barely hear it, so it's okay.
oh,
That's cool.
when you get closer to the table, the sound will get louder. Okay, so, all right, so Sparks, you move forward. You can see much more clearly now that there's definitely some shielded EM coming from these 4 furnaces or whatever. It looks like they're definitely something where maybe it's containing, perhaps the power cells are inside. Okay.
I'm gonna pass that information on, guys. This is definitely a lot more power and EM fields over here than anywhere else in the building. So this is probably our point source.
Excellent. I'll
Sounds
leave it up
good.
to you techies to figure it out.
Way to go.
I'm on Overwatch.
Okay, Hunter, I can see you're watching down there. You've got him in your sights and scanning around, scanning to the right, scanning to the left, keeping an
He's
eye
set
on him.
and
He's
braced
out there all by
all day.
himself.
Yep.
All right.
Now he is sufficiently focused on this area, though, that I should I should state that if something was to come up behind him, it would be quite advantageous in terms of their stealth roll.
Sure, but you'd also probably see him too because you're scanning those 2 pillars to the left as well. You're watching, so if somebody comes up behind
In front
him,
of him, he's going to spot. But
then you're good to go on that. All right, good. All right.
By
So
the way, I
back.
do have my pistol out.
Okay, good.
I'm here.
There might be a dust bunny that attacks with big pointy teeth.
he's mostly concerned about
Vorpal
these.
bunnies. He's afraid of Vorpal bunnies.
Who
All
isn't?
right, Ricochet, I see you moved up. You providing some cover, or are you trying to catch up with him? Or are you examining something? What are you doing?
So he's gone straight ahead and he's telling us to look down there. What are these things here?
They look like they may have been, at least maybe this one right in front of you, right to your left. That one may have been a support pillar at some point, or maybe it was some other structure to support a different, like maybe they were going to build something else, like like an overpass. They put all the support pillars in. It could be that it was a structure to hold something up higher. Maybe they were going to. But it looks like in some cases, maybe this area was still under construction and abandoned before it was completed, or who knows? Hard to tell.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything electronic that I can see on this?
Now this appears to be solid concrete or
Solid
something.
concrete. Okay. So
Solid.
I'm heading over this way.
Okay. Okay, over toward that barrel. Tinker, what are you going to do?
She is moving here and check around the other side of that. Check these crates here.
Yeah. So it looks like there's some old welding equipment back there. probably for acetylene torches or something like that. Again, all appear to be empty or dented, defunct, no longer in use. All of these other racks here where you probably used to store something useful. There are some doors that go that might be open, but they're very thick steel. It's not like a storage unit's garage door kind of opening. These
Okay,
things
you're talking about
are,
in the front here. Okay.
I'm talking about like right in front of you. There are these doors right here. Those go into the whatever this covered building area is. Perhaps it had climate controlled storage or something in there.
Okay.
Oh, these are some racks here. That's what those are, yeah. But there is,
There are doors, supposed to be
Yeah.
doors back there somewhere.
well,
Okay,
perhaps
gotcha.
behind them there's doors and they're not in use. They just threw racks up to put things out of the way.
Okay. She's actually going to see if she can easily move one of these racks to expose the door.
Sure. Yeah, you can yank it. It would probably be better if you just toppled it, right?
Yeah, but it'd be noisy.
Yes, it would be.
You're gonna wake the rest of us up. Stop it.
Yeah, she doesn't want to
So
do
you
that.
could,
In fact, it'd probably be easier
Make
if
it-
she just moved a couple of the boxes
okay.
out of the way to access the door behind it. And that's
Okay.
what she'd do.
All right, so you can unload the bottom shelf basically or whatever
Yeah,
so that you can reach the steel door behind it. Okay?
right.
All
Yeah.
right. Very good. Sparks.
Continue moving forward.
Okay. Out in the wide open. You feel like you're being watched, but it could just be
Could be Hunter.
could be just,
Could be
this
under-
reminds you of something else that you've been through or something, who knows. It's creepy. You are in this large, very, very far underground. I mean, you especially feel very isolated down here because you normally are aware of all the radio frequency energy that's around. Your equipment normally picks it up. Everything's dead. It's just dead underneath.
Okay.
Way down here, nothing. And the
Roger that.
sounds of this area are just, it's like swallowing sounds. It's not that there is still some echo, but it just disappears. Nothing going on down here, right? So, all right. Hunter is hanging out up there still?
Yeah, consider him having a reserve phase, just sitting out
Yep,
here.
yep, for sure. All right. Ricochet,
I'm getting closer to.
right? So you hop over the
Course.
barriers. Yep. All right. Very good. And Tinker, what are you going to do with those doors?
Hunter, have you got eyes on all of us?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
I can see is the door is easy to open? Is it locked?
It is secured. You can't really tell. It could be that it's powered. A door this heavy might need to be powered to open it. But your guess is, based on the basic structure and configuration, that there's cold storage in here. But considering there's no power, probably not cold storage anymore.
Okay. I take monkey wrench out and I set it to siphon and see if I could draw the energy out of the lock to see if I can get it to open.
Nope, there isn't any energy, and that may be one of the reasons why you can't figure out how to get it open.
Okay. So, I say it was a power door. Now it's just
Yeah.
a door.
Exactly. Yep. And it's
Gotcha.
very heavy, so it probably wouldn't open. But you're assuming that with a structure like this, either it was designed for temperature controlled storage or shielded storage, like maybe for radioactive material or something like that. Or
Mhm.
who knows,
Looking around.
biohazard.
Biohazard of some sort.
Maybe,
Looking around, she says, "I'd be careful about this building here, guys. If my guess is correct, they probably were storing either highly radioactive things or some form of biohazard. This place didn't look like it was, they kept good housekeeping.
Their
Okay.
maid hasn't come by for a while, huh?
I'd say so. And I'm going to move, since I can't get in, I'm going to move around to about here.
All right.
How's it going down there?
It's dark. We'll assume, for argument's sake, that you have personal flashlights that you're also using, maybe mounted to your weapon or something like that, right?
Cool.
Roger.
Makes
Okay.
sense.
I'm also assuming that we have comms gear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you're talking to each other in this building. So you're talking very quietly,
Yeah.
using bone conductive equipment or whatever, right? So, all right. So that brings us back around to Sparks.
I'm going to go ahead and move closer to this first one here and begin examining it. Not that I'm super great with mechanical things, but
Right. That guy
Um,
is not here.
yeah. Trying to see what I've got.
I
that
do
might-
have lock picking.
Yeah, I do. Not really good at it, but I do have lock picking.
You need any help over there?
Yeah, Tinker
Going to
probably
find
would
the
be a good
language.
idea.
Dare say this is the one area in which you would most excel.
Yeah, not me.
When it's my go, I'll be over there.
All
Roger that.
right. Okay. So you begin examining all that stuff. Well, you've got someone looking over your shoulder and someone coming up behind you. All right, go ahead. Ricochet, what are you going to do?
You are, the quieter the music gets.
All right, Ricochet. Hello.
I'm still
Sean.
here.
All right, you're up.
Okay. I'm coming closer as well. So, I'll ask Sparks, do you see anything that requires locks to be opened?
That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm looking at this. This is containing the power sources that we need. I'm just not 100% sure how to get into it.
Okay.
There's no active electronics that I can hack to make it open.
Can I use my concealment skill to look for hidden things?
Like if I were trying to hide something, where would I put it?
Well, if there was, say, a concealed panel
Mm-hmm.
on the
Oh, I
unit,
see.
I might be able to find it.
Okay, sure. I'll buy that. Why not?
Nope, not me.
It looks pretty solid. I mean, there's definitely some things that you could loosen. There's bolts, but it all looks pretty industrial. Like it's like there isn't like a latch that you can just flip and then open up the door and pull out what's inside.
Through the comms you hear, you guys aren't messing around with stuff over there, are you?
Of course we are.
Well, you're
Not
Or-
much.
You
We're
ain't
waiting
waiting until I get there.
We'll walk faster.
All right, Tinker, you gonna run over there or skid over there, or you're gonna skedoodle slowly?
I will double team, not double team.
That's fine. Double time.
Double time, thank you. I knew it's something that, moving
All
really
right.
quickly.
All right, so 50 meters later, you are over there.
Okay. I want to look it over before I do anything to it. I want to study it.
Okay, so go ahead
Uh,
and use your mapping tool. Use your monkey
Bring out
wrench.
monkey wrench again,
Yeah, and
and after,
see if you can figure out what might be inside.
yep,
I'm
I
gonna
bring it
step
up.
away from it so she can get there.
Okay, like in case it blows up.
Yes, that's what that sounds
Yeah.
like. It looks like it's big enough. It's not going to get it. You know, this seems like a tight space. I'm going to back up.
Well, all three of us standing there in the same spot would be kind of counterproductive.
Could take out all three of you at once. I like it.
I will move
that-
away. Get my gun ready to shoot.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So you definitely discover that there is a power source in here. It's definitely the energy cell that you would think is. It looks like, while your 3D thing is not super clear and a little glitchy because of the power, but you could tell there's definitely a power source inside this shielded container.
Yep. It's
So
in
you would
there,
have to
alright.
figure out a way to get into it, maybe disconnect these conduits or something. The top part there doesn't appear to easily just screw off anything like a bottle cap, so it's hard to tell how to get in there.
Somebody go check those acetylene torches. See if any of them are in working order.
I can do that.
All right. So you run over there and wheel over some of the welding equipment, and so you start getting to work on getting through the conduit. Okay, very
Yes.
good. All right, so you begin to break through some of the conduit there, and all of a sudden the lights come on.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And the
do now?
room begins to transform like a freaking, transformer robot.
Transformers, robots in disguise.
In disguise.
So let's see what happens.
Something not good.
We're buried alive.
Ah! I've been crushed under concrete.
Where'd the damn power supply go? Oh, sorry.
And
I've been crushed under concrete.
some red lights flash inside this area, and then we'll turn up the lights a little bit so that you can just see what's going on. And then the room transforms, and hold on, let's see where everybody is. Okay, so
Is Under still on top of these crates that he was on?
yeah, so let's go through and fix your minis, because you would have fallen through, and then just because of the object not being there. So you're still there.
Okay.
I
it-
would be here.
It rocked. There was an earthquake level event there, seismic activity, as the floor transforms. Plates like rotate and flip up into these metal platings that you see all over these tracks. Okay, our metal plating now. All right, and this tower right here goes up in the air. It actually expands up higher. Okay. And this raises up out of the floor, like the floor moves, and this raises up out of the floor. So I need Ricochet and Tinker and Sparks to make a dex roll. I want you to dive for cover, or at least move out of the way, or you might have to take some damage.
This is not going to be good. Just a normal person with a normal dex.
Okay.
I
I made a dex roll.
All right, very good.
Right
I
on.
failed by 3.
All right, so we're going to put you about right there.
She's pinned.
Yeah, you actually you're in a very uncomfortable spot, and in this case, you are trapped between. So it wouldn't be. You don't have to trust this exact image here, but basically, you're trapped between pieces of equipment that were folding up, and you weren't able to get out of the way in time. So you are going to be trapped and need help to get out. The rest of you now, Sparks, you succeeded.
Yes, by
Okay.
0.
So you guys rolled out of the way or dove down here. So you guys are here right now. And so we're going to say that you are prone. So we're going to lay you down. All right. So I think both of you, hey, lay down. There you go. All right. So you guys are prone. You're trapped, Tinker. And you had to hang on, Hunter, so you lost your saved phase because these containers were shaking back and forth and you didn't want to fall off.
Absolutely. Agree 100.
All right, so
at least she had that save face.
that now right next to where you guys are laying on the ground, you hear a robotic voice as 2 robots come out of the door that slid open and went back shut again over here where I am pointing. So there are 2 robots that are walking out along this plating. Okay. Hunter, make a perception roll.
Perception roll. Succeeded by 1.
Okay, so you see those 2 robots come out of there. That is absolutely in your line of sight. And with the lights up, you definitely can see those guys there. Now, let's see about your other awareness. So, in this case, we would look to see there is a, to your left, there was a lot of movement as well. And what you see is that whole structure area that you guys passed has reconfigured. And these power coils that were over in the wall on the other side, or whatever the containers were, they have come up out of these pillars and come to stop at the top of that platform. Okay? So I'm talking about this area right here, and there appears to be movement of a robot up here as well. Same with over here, but there is nothing over on this far one. This whole structure here rose up further out of the ground as well. Okay?
Okay.
This,
So where's the 4th container?
yeah, so this one up here rose up, and you do see that there is a nasty looking, very futuristic looking robotic thing up there, and it seems to be heavily armed.
Oh. Okay, we've just defined Hunter's first target.
Okay. So based on that, you do see some credible concerns in this transformed area.
Yeah, he'll report there are several hostiles to my left. I see only 2 hostiles in your immediate vicinity.
Roger
do you
that.
mean by
Gotta get off the
hostiles?
floor.
Well, I'm assuming these robots that have just come through the door are hostiles.
Okay.
It's not one of us.
All right. So I'm throwing up the combat. We're now going to go into phases. So we will begin with phase 12. So down at the bottom right, can you guys see the turn viewer?
Bottom right.
No, I think you have to
Be
change this
spades.
into groups.
Yeah, you have to be in spades to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to see that, I will put you in spades.
Oh, I see it.
All right. Let's see if we run into any issues with you being demoted while we're at it. Shouldn't be. That's really only important to load things into the table and save things out of the table. All right. So you can consult your turn chart to see when you're coming up next. We're calling that thing up at the top of that tall pillar the security pillar.
Okay.
And the first thing it does is it appears to be scanning the whole area. And so there is a laser that moves very, very, very quickly and scans a 360 of that whole tall tower that it's on. So it's kind
Okay.
of looking at what's in the room. All right. So Ricochet, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna move up and over
Okay.
to Tinker and see if I can. I have contortionist, so I could move my own body to get free, but I'm trying to see if there's something I can do to help her.
Did you
Get
buy
free.
usable on others with it?
That would have been a good idea. Huh?
I don't even want to imagine what that would be.
Oh, you grabbed the knee and you twisted the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm a chiropractor.
Wow.
Regeneration usable on others would be handy in a situation like that as well.
Yeah.
Right? All right, so you're going to try to figure out what you can do. Do you have any equipment that you might think be handy? Any other skills besides contortionist that stands out?
Did you bring a crowbar?
I did not think to bring a crowbar.
It's any consolation, neither did I.
Okay, make a, you can use this rifle though. It's got a long barrel.
Okay. So what kind of roll do you want me to make?
I just look for a perception roll to see if you can kind of maybe identify something. Like, try to understand how she's trapped and what needs to move or such.
Whoa, succeeded by 5.
All right, with a little panache. It looks like that you probably could, if you could find a way to move the bar that's behind her, and it might move, or at least you can make it give or bend it a little bit, that maybe you'd be able to give her enough wiggle room that she could get out.
Okay, that's
It's
what I
kinda-
will be doing.
It's kind of trapping her at the waist area. So,
Wasted.
yep. All right. Okay, so we've got robots that can move. All right, so this
Uh-oh.
guy's gonna go. Bonk. All right.
It looks
Oh,
like they
looks
might
like-
be confined to those paths.
Yeah,
All right.
that's useful.
Yeah. Well, that's one that Hunter has not seen.
That's right. Oh, he knocked himself out. Okay. This guy. All right. Those guys are just moving right along. Okay, Sparks, you're up.
All right.
By the
without
way,
getting
yeah,
up.
EM fields or electronics just came to life, right?
I kind of figured. I'm going to attempt to hack into the security pillar.
Don't you have to be really close to it to do that?
I have to be able to communicate with it in some way. I don't have to be next to it.
Okay.
I've got the high range radio hearing and transmit to be able to create a local Wi-Fi network.
Okay. So what's your power that you're using?
First one I'm going to try is fast hack.
Which is
Basically, it's a mind control.
okay.
So I'm going to try to set it to that we're friend, not foe.
Okay. All right. So you think you've made some kind of connection into it, a wireless connection. So go ahead and roll
Right.
your mind control.
Only a 26.
Okay. All right. So you've sent the command and you're waiting for any kind of response or anything like that. So far,
Correct.
it has not shot you. So it seems like it's working.
And I want to keep it that way.
All right, Hunter.
Have you informed the group as to what you've done, Sparks?
Didn't sound like it.
Not yet. No, not yet. I'm trying to hack in and control this thing.
Yeah. Hunter
Don't
has
shoot
one
it
of two
yet.
choices. He can actually fire, or he can waste his turn and see if the hack attempt worked. But I think in this short period of time, I don't think that he would be sufficiently cognizant as to what has just happened to avoid firing.
He wasn't very specific about what this thing is either. So
Yeah. Hunter is quite concerned about this security pillar. I didn't like being scanned that way. The thing looks dangerous. Hunter's going to shoot the thing.
all right, roll to hit.
Hits a DCV of 10.
All right, that hits.
And the Barrett 95 is only recording a 3d6 plus 1. He does have, however, a martial maneuver with basic shot, which adds 2 damage classes. Can I just type 2 in the enter dice modifier for this roll?
2d6 plus 1, but you want to add what? 2?
It's plus 2 damage classes.
So that would make it a 3d6 attack, right?
This is a 3d6 plus 1 attack to begin with.
Oh, so make it a 4d6.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I could use a dice roll maker.
Okay.
Yeah, the column, that's modifiers for a roll would be like a +1, +2, not a whole dice.
Yeah. So it wouldn't add DCs to it. So you'd want to just roll 4 dice of damage in the. You could do a roll maker for this game. Use the roll maker, and then you could even save it and name it. But otherwise,
I'll just use roll maker.
Okay.
46. See what happens. Okay, and that is armor piercing.
Okay, so you didn't set it to do killing, right?
Oh,
It's automatically a killing attack.
I know,
yeah,
but he didn't set the roller to be killing, so it counted it like it was a 4-die normal attack. It did 14.
okay.
So it would do 14 body, and then I guess it's a robot. You went in for about stun multiplier anyway, so don't re-roll. It's fine. But there's a box that says killing ? And if you check that, it will roll it as a killing attack.
There it is. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, all right, 14, huh?
Armor piercing.
Oh, okay.
I'm presuming you vetted this character before you said okay. I did send it to you aeons ago.
Yeah. No, I
He
didn't.
bought the rifle with points.
Sure. But I didn't check the JSON to make sure that it would roll the right numbers and stuff. So.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Okay. All right. Jerk. All right. Hunter, you're done. Eclipse.
He's not here.
Oh, how did he end up in the combat? Oh, jeez.
You clicked him in there.
I did.
You can take him out as well.
How do I do that?
I think if you just
I have to, but it'll start the combat all over again. If I go back
no,
to
if,
scene.
if you just right click him out.
Oh, that worked.
Well, it went on to Tinker.
That's
Okay.
fine. It is Tinker's
Go,
turn.
Tinker. He is not on the list anymore. Yeah, so you can just click back to scene and then uncheck his include him in the combat and then go back to combat without starting a new combat. So that's nice. That worked. Good job, Brennel. Way to go. All right, Tinker.
I believe I am stuck between a hard place and a hard place.
Are you really?
Yeah, so there's no immediate danger that I can see.
Don't move your leg that way. Move your legs this way.
You got it. And I will move my leg that way. Not this way.
Okay. Maybe you could take one of those tanks that was used to weld and
Is that
try to
torch?
pry it in there and see what happens. Maybe if you get it a certain way, you could knock the top off and it would propel the tank, right? And bend the bar. Your name's Ricochet, not MacGyver, so I'm not sure I can help you too much.
Well,
Do you
can
have
I
any
roll?
bubblegum?
Can I roll either inventor or mechanics to see if I can figure out a way to MacGyver out of this?
Would hope so.
You do what? What
Which
do you want to do
one?
again?
Either roll an inventor or MacGyver. No, inventor or mechanics to MacGyver my way.
Mechanics. Do mechanics.
Mechanics.
It was definitely a mechanical thing that brought this up out of the ground, so.
Cool. Open. Thank you. Skills, please. Thank you. Yes. Nope.
Okay. You're not really sure. You think that if you try that, it
Oh,
might.
wait a minute. I have +5. Add +5 to that.
+5 what?
Overall
points.
skill levels.
Yeah. But I got
You spent
skill
50
levels.
points on overall skill levels?
Yes.
My lord. Okay.
That part of my character
missed
was
that.
put together by
By
Yeah,
me.
I blame you.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Sorry,
So
forgot to put
yes.
that in there.
Hey, put that thing over here, and then hit the top off of it with something like the butt of your rifle, and see if it will bend this bar back, and then I can get out. Okay. That's what you do. All right. Good.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Blah 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 blah.
That'll
blah,
come
blah.
next time. All right. Post 12. We're in
No.
post 12. What?
Kara, before you make a skill roll, decide how much of that +5 you want to add and put that number into the white box beside it.
Right. Got you. Like
All
yeah,
right.
like I said, I forgot to put the points in.
Yep.
Okay, so here we are at post 12. If you spend any endurance, you can recover it. Don't forget that the bottom of your character sheet has that health tab, and that lets you keep track of body stun and endurance. Okay, and custom 1, 2, and 3 can use to keep track of charges. You can plug in if any of your equipment has charges. You can just set those up front. Okay. All right, so we are now in turn 2, segment 1, nobody move. Segment 2, nobody move. Segment 3, the pillar.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, it's continuing to scan. And then we move on to these robots. Okay. So let's go around the table here and move these guys about there. About there. Okay. And then this guy. So, Hunter, you're definitely watching that pillar, but you can see out of the corner of your eye that this guy over here, he starts doing something, and this machine begins to make a sound like it's going to power up. It's beginning to whine, very low pitched and slowly going up in pitch.
Uh-oh. It's a weapon charging up of some sort.
Okay.
Not necessarily a weapon.
Not necessarily, but that's Hunter's instinct.
Paranoia. I get it.
All right. This machine here also begins to power up and glow a little bit, and this robot begins to walk around behind it and fall off the back. No, that's not good. It's just bad angles. All right. Thank you. And so it's going over to the walkway. It's going to go walk across here, maybe. Okay. All right. This guy's still working on his thing. Those guys moved. This guy hasn't moved yet. 1, 2.
I don't think Hunter still
Do the
spots him
first.
yet.
So the robot that Hunter shot last round, is it gone yet?
He didn't shoot, did he? Oh yeah, no. No,
No.
it's up there.
That was the security pillar. It's still scanning.
Dangerable Robinson.
Yeah.
Okay. After that, Hunter, what are you gonna do?
Zero Phase Soliloquy says, I'm working on the theory if I take out the scanning device, it will interfere with these robots. He just says that. And
Yeah, that may be, but I'm not sure yet.
Be careful. Haven't been able to analyze any of this. I'm kind of stuck.
he's going to take another shot at the security pillar.
What are you shooting at?
Shoot first, ask questions later.
We really don't have time to debate this. Oh shoot, did I? No. It should have worked.
It did 8 body and 24 stun.
Holy crap, that was a crappy roll.
Yes, yes it was.
Yeah. It was, however, still armor piercing, so maybe that'll
Okay.
push it over the edge.
No, it appears to not have penetrated its armor and shielding.
Wow, it bounced. Gee whiz.
All right.
Watch out for
and so
ricochet.
then
Zero Phase
it,
Soliloquy. I need better bullets.
I'll wait on it when we get back to base.
If we get
all
back
right.
today.
It's going to hit you, I think, because it's going to hit DCV 11. Does that sound like that'll hit you, Hunter?
Yeah, that definitely hits.
I think so. All right. You get hit with some strange energy bolt that comes out in kind of a double helix fashion with black, bubbly special effect, and it hits you for 31 stun, 9 body.
That's this machine off to his left.
Nope, that's from the security pillar up at the top.
Oh, okay.
The one that
But you
scanned
shot.
you.
It shot you.
Yeah, yeah. Let me just check, see. Just checking stats here. That does precisely 13 stun that gets through. He's got a con of 13. I never remember.
That
Does
makes
that
you
mean
stunned.
stun, or
Yeah.
has it got to exceed his con?
No, I think you're stunned.
Dang. Missed it
Equal or
by
more.
one.
I thought it favored the defender.
That's D&D. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, let's see if
Does he fall flat at least?
do you have any unluck?
Hunter? No.
Okay. All right, no. You're hanging off there. I'd like you to make a ego roll.
Oh, ego roll.
Just a
Okay,
flat out ego roll to see if you manage to hold on to your weapon.
Oh, that would be a big deal. This is just a straight 3d6. And I failed.
If you clicked on your ego under primary, that would have done an ego roll.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
want me to do that
but
instead?
that's a
or-
15. No, that's a 15. And
Okay.
that would fail on an ego roll. Your target would be whatever your ego roll is, which I believe is probably 11 or
Nowhere
less.
near 15, no.
Yeah. All right. So you drop your gun and it clatters to the ground all the way down at the floor on the concrete down there.
Oh, lovely.
Okay. You're not, it just rang your bell. You're not unconscious or anything, but you couldn't keep hold of your weapon. Okay. So that ends segment 3. We're coming up on segment 4. Ricochet.
Okay. Is Tinker out of this yet?
No, she just told you what you needed to do, so now you're going to have an action to do it. You didn't have an action before.
Okay.
All
So
right.
what kind of roll am I doing?
So let's do a to hit roll just to target the tank. You've already got it there, but let's just say that you've got to hit the back of the top, actually, the nozzle off. All right. I think that's fine. All right.
Hello?
And it bends the metal that's there. So you have succeeded in giving her enough wiggle room. She'll have to use half her action to get out, like she's prone. All right, Sparks.
All right. I'm gonna switch from the hack to the transform, which changes it from computer system to computer system that I've reprogrammed. Basically, stop firing at us.
Okay. So maybe you're like going to try to remove its weapon subroutine, or are you just giving it a command to stop doing that?
Basically, yeah.
I mean, I want to know the
Get
nature of it.
rid
It
of
may
the-
affect things, right?
Right. Yeah. It's a transform, and it's changing the programming.
Yeah,
So I'm in there trying.
what I'm
to
asking
shut-
is
yeah,
how
shut
is that
down all
programming
weapon
going to
systems.
change? Okay, shut down
Yeah,
weapons.
shut down all
Okay.
weapon systems.
Okay.
All right. So total of 5.
Okay, it's cumulative, I assume, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like change. You know, you got to go in and hack a program.
All right, so you start digging through code, trying to figure out how to make it so it stops firing. All right,
And I'm gonna keep doing that until we get to
until you
get it to stop firing.
transform it. Tinker, you're up. You can get out now. So take half your move to do that.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with the other half?
I believe my range is 36 meters. So on here that would be 18, correct?
Yeah, 18 inches would be 36 meters. What
And I
are
don't
you
see
gonna do at
anything.
range?
So what? Right now, I'm going to get out. Oh, okay. She's moving by herself and falling down.
Not quite. I was
He's gonna
helping you.
Okay. Oh, we're back here. They don't seem to be targeting us yet. Hunter, what's the sitch? Hunter?
He's not responding.
Hunter's like
No, he's
wheezing.
not responding.
I got that. Hunter. Hunter. Darn doodles!
So, do we know that Hunter was shot at?
Sure. You're aware of an energy flash coming from the top of this tower all the way over to where Hunter was.
Okay.
And Hunter went, oh, damn.
Guys,
He's
can you guys cover me? So I can get over to Hunter, make sure he's okay.
You're gonna have to climb.
I've kind of got my hands full.
Climbing, I could do. Well, I hope.
okay. So you have a half move of running.
Okay. I'm going to hold that until after they go. I'm going to be pulling up the rear, as it were.
Gotcha. Okay. So it looks like your running is normal.
Your
Normal.
running is what, 12?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
6
normal.
inches. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Normal running. All right. Very good. So you're gonna hold half action. All right.
Don't do that. You should start running because you and I move on the same phases.
Okay.
I move before you do,
Okay.
but you need to get, if you can get moving now.
So
it
half
would make
move is
sense.
3.
Half move is 3.
Yeah.
Wouldn't a half move be 6 instead
No.
of 12?
No.
Oh,
6
that's sorry,
inches.
3 inches. Yeah, 3
Yeah.
inches.
Yeah. There you go.
Right there.
Yep. Close enough.
I fall down.
Yeah. It's just that you're gonna need to be over here. The collider on that equipment is invisible, but it sticks out to the distance of the stairs there.
Oh, question.
So, yeah.
Activating my armbands. Is that an action?
To turn on a power, is it like protection? What is it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
my,
no, it's
my-
a 0 phase action to activate a power.
Okay, good. Then there you go. I'm
All right.
done.
Very good. Segment 5, the pillar.
That's a speedy pillar.
Yeah. All right. The pillar begins to scan laser. Think of like a laser show. You know how fast those lasers go? It just
Yeah.
begins to canvas this whole area over here.
The area where Hunter is,
Yeah, no. This area right here.
where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we are.
Yup.
I've pissed it off.
All right. Segment 6. The robots get to move.
Da-da-da-da.
Okay. You see this robot come around the corner, Hunter. It says now come into view from where you're at, wandering
That's
down this, and you are looking down at him while you're holding your head, trying to get your senses back.
yeah.
All right, so this piece of equipment here begins to power up. This one here continues its power up. This device here begins to do just like this one was, and this guy begins to walk along over to, come here, shadow, fall, boom, perfect. That's right, I want you to know. Okay, so he is moving to the catwalk here. And who did I miss? This guy. There's a guy walking here. So going 7 inches. All right.
In theory, you've got another one over here, do you not? G7?
Yeah, he's working on this machine,
Okay, all right.
so he doesn't have to move necessarily. He's working on powering it up.
Gotcha.
Did you move A and B?
These two here, yes, yes, I did. Okay, so that ends their turn. So we now move to Hunter.
Recovers from stun.
Yes, Hunter does.
That's
Okay,
pretty much all he can do.
Indeed.
Can he roll away from the lip of this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, he's not.
Okay.
He does have breakfall, but he's not standing yet because he has to do that on his next turn, right?
Correct. It takes a half phase to stand up, right?
Unless you make a breakfall roll.
That's
no,
true.
That's if you're being knocked back, right?
Nope. You can use breakfall to kip up
Huh.
as a free action.
Right on. Okay. There you go. All right. So, no one moves on 6. 7. 8. Ricochet.
What's the security pillar doing? Anything?
Scanning your area, watching you.
Okay.
And
All
then
right,
it turns and scans.
Hunter?
Maybe it turns. It's hard to tell. But it seems the laser just goes into wider arc and includes all the way over to Hunter and kind of like almost a 180-degree arc of scanning. So I think you've got it's aware of things. What are you gonna do, Ricochet?
Okay. So I can run to there. Come on.
Okay.
And fall down.
Okay. You tripped. Tripped on the
Yep.
equipment.
Mhm.
Where are you trying to go? Just there?
Yeah, I was just standing myself up.
Okay. All right, you're up on top of the barrier.
Yep, and I have my gun out.
Okay. Is that a full move?
Yes.
All right.
Because 12 meters is a full move, right?
Yes. Yes. So, Sparks, you're up.
Continuing the transform.
Okay. Nice.
Total of 10. So 10
15.
plus
5. 15.
5, yeah, 15. So I've got to get to double the body.
Yep. If you can kill it, you can make it something else. All right, Tinker.
Yeah, how tall is that pillar?
Pretty
Question.
tall.
So you figure it's going to be more than the 18 inches?
It's 14, so 28 meters from you.
Actual, okay, so it should be in range. I can see the thing up there?
Yeah, yep. Especially because it has these sensors at the top that are shooting out lasers and canvassing the whole area.
Okay.
It's not constant, but it's definitely moving back and forth and kind of scanning. The lasers themselves are
Okay,
tracing out everything.
Right. Shoot, there's no real cover here. Oh, there's cover there, but I don't think I can make it. Where's the measurement thingy?
Tab.
Yeah, because I need to, yeah, that's more than just my standard movement, which would be 6, I believe.
You can push your running.
Yeah, you can push running, but you'll take
Okay.
endurance hit for that, right? So normally you're just spending 1 endurance for every 5 inches you run. Is that right?
Right.
Memory working right, Sean?
I believe.
And so, or is it 2 inches? Every 2 inches is an endurance?
For running?
Yeah.
So according to my hero designer that's open, running 12 meters costs 1 endurance.
Okay. So yeah, that's
Okay.
and that rounds in your favor because I'm thinking it's 1 every 5 inches. So for you to
So-
go,
I want to get cover here.
okay, and then when you push though, it's going to take you a lot more. Okay, you can go up against the wall there. That's fine.
Okay.
And when you push, you expend 1 endurance per power point, right?
Per 5. Oh, no, you're right.
No, when you're pushing, it's
yeah,
per
yeah.
1. Yeah.
Pushing. Yeah.
So you can push, and you'll get 6 inches for free, but that was 10, so that's 4 more inches. So that's plus 8 endurance.
So 8 endurance. Got you.
So a 9 total. 9 total endurance to run as sprint over there as fast as you can. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. That's going to take up my whole turn, right?
Nope. Okay, so this robot goes here and turns. Okay. Oh, my bad. This robot will be here. All right, this robot. Going there. Yeah, okay. He'll get there eventually. And this guy's gonna go over here. And something like that. Perfect. He'll get there eventually. Just flip him over. That's fine. All right. So we'll say they don't move next time. All right. Okay. All right. So these, this one finishes winding up. This one begins to pulse. Sorry, I'm just pointing. You can't see where I'm pointing. These here are. Just look where I'm pointing. Jeez. All right. So this one begins to power up the rest of the way. The one opposite it is almost fully there. So this one begins to pulse, and this one on the opposite side is finishing its powering up. This guy is going to move down to here. And that's good for those guys. I think that's everybody. All right, very good. That's everybody. Hunter, you're up.
Okay, Hunter's going to endeavor to make that breakfall roll. And I am... Oh, shit. I apparently have an old JSON file. It's not including his breakfall skill, which is on his HDC file.
Okay.
Can I just make? Can I use a dex roll in place?
Should be able to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Failed by 1, so I have to spend a half phase getting up.
Okay.
I move. Oops. Hang on. Okay, so 1 inch of movement will get me to the ladder.
Okay.
Oops. And then I slide down the ladder.
Yep. So if you want to make a dex roll at, say, +2,
Okay.
then you don't have to use any inches of movement on that, and you can keep running when you hit the ground.
You. Succeeded by 0.
Is that with your
Yes,
+2?
I baked in a target modifier of 2.
Good. Okay. So you can keep moving from the ground. You've used 1 inch so far.
Okay.
Hello.
Oops. No, that's how I
So
do
you're
it.
trying to get over here to get your weapon, right?
Yeah, I think I can just make it. Oh,
That's
no,
fine.
no, I can't. I can get to the corner.
Okay.
Does that permit me to pick up
That-
the weapon?
No, but you can, because it's still another inch to the weapon, I think, right? So
It
So
would be the adjacent hex, technically.
Yeah, but a
okay.
hex is 6 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say you can't quite make it. So what you can do, and you may want to, is use the corner as cover in case that thing shoots you again. Otherwise, you won't make it all the way unless you push.
Yeah, I'll push for an extra inch because it's
Okay.
not like I'm burning a heck of a lot of endurance normally.
All right.
There we go.
So you can
Now down to
you can make it
I'm
all the
now
way
down
there.
to 27 endurance. Wow. And I pick up the gun. I
And your
presume that uses-
miniature represents you properly again.
Yes, exactly. My character is whole.
That's right.
And I presume picking up the gun is my combat action.
Unless you have fast draw.
I do not.
Okay, well, wait a minute. You used a half phase to stand up, but then you used.
Yeah, and then
Did you use a full movement?
I used half movement to get to the corner.
Do you have extra inches of running?
I have two extra meters of running.
Okay, so 1 more inch. So you would get only a total of, what, 4 inches of movement?
Correct.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so with your pushing, you made it. All right, so that's good. So, I think picking up a weapon, I'll let you have it. You're fine. You got your
Thank
weapon.
you.
I don't know what the rule is, and I'm fine with you picking it up. All right. Okay, so that ends segment 9. Except the security pillar can choose to go if he wants. Maybe I want. Yes, I think I do. I think I want. There's a good screenshot right there. Let's just take that screenshot for a sec. Pardon me, everybody. I'm just taking a cool screenshot. All right. Snap. All right. Okay, so he is going to... I think he's going to shoot you. Why not? Let's do that. Let's do it. So, I don't want skill rolls. I want... dice rolls. All right, so do it at DCV 7. What's your DCV?
I think it's got a DC of 5, if I recall.
All right,
Got cover. He's got cover.
he doesn't have cover.
I thought he had
No,
cover.
I came out
he
of cover
pushed.
to grab the rifle.
Ah,
He should have listened to me, but he didn't.
I have a DC of 6, but that's not a 7. So
All right, let's see. What is this? This is a neural agonizer. So this goes against ED,
okay.
and the neural agonizer rolls.
or does it go against mental defense?
No.
Okay. Well, that's
25
convenient.
stun and 7 body.
He's actually got 18 ED because of his body armor. So
Nice.
he takes another 7 stun. He is not stunned,
All
but
right.
he's getting low on stun, I'll tell you.
But it hurt. All right.
Yeah. He can't keep this up for long. Some other people need to make themselves targets.
All right.
The rest of us aren't attacking the thing.
Joy.
This is true.
All right. Security. All right. So now we've got. Okay. So, one note on the music that gets irritating after a while. So let's see. Oh, I like this combat despair. Let's see how that sounds.
Combat despair.
All right. Here we go. It's 10, 11, 12.
Security pillar gets to go again.
Okay. So, let's see. He might want to do a tangle cable.
Oh dear. I don't like the sound of that.
All right, so we're going to roll to hit with the tangle cable.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does my range disarm allow me to abort to that to attack the robot before it can go? We're on the same decks.
I don't think you can abort to attack.
We're on the same decks.
Only with counterattack can you
Yeah.
abort.
You can't
an attack.
abort to attack.
Okay.
Sorry. You can abort for defensive things, but you can't abort to attack. If you were going to do a, what's it called, a deflection,
Yeah.
that would be, you could, you know, Captain America that thing, but in this case, no. All right, so it is
I
gonna
only
hit
need a few
DCB
more
10.
points for the Captain America thing.
Yeah.
Like about 200.
Who is it targeting?
You.
You.
Okay, I abort to a flying dodge.
Okay. So what does that make your DCB?
It makes my DCV 10, but it also moves me a full 7 meters.
Okay.
So I am now over here.
Yep.
Boom.
All right, so cables lash into the side of the shipping containers here and flop onto the ground and kind of end up near your feet a little bit as it tried to track you while you dove, but it missed.
Okay.
All right, Ricochet.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot at the robot up there.
Oh, all right. Taking a shot.
Just to get it off of Hunter.
Take your shot. Take your shot.
Okay, so I have +5 levels to counter range modifiers.
Okay.
Sweet.
I think you're fine because it's 14 inches, so 20
yeah,
meters.
Yeah, no problem.
Nah. I rolled crappy, so I hit a
Oh my goodness.
DCV of 2.
DCP of 2. Pretend that didn't happen.
That's quite the achievement.
Only we're checking off your action. All right.
So what my plan would have been was to take a shot at it. I know that technically after you shoot, that's your turn, right?
Yes, that is correct. That's how Hero System works.
And what I wanted to do was take a shot and then run towards the pillar.
Well, if you
I don't
had
know whether
snapshot or something like that, you probably could do that, but that's not how
I
it
have
works.
quick shot.
That's quick shot. What does that mean?
I shoot quickly.
Does that mean you get an advantage on people with the same dex or what?
Uh, it is a pretty cute talent, if I recall. I just don't recall the.
It's not a talent. It's a martial.
Oh, okay. No, it's not the same thing.
That was you miss.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
All right, but you get the pillar's attention,
Okay.
and it's going to pay attention to you. But you're stuck right
Okay.
where you're at.
That's fine. But do I still have like a half action that I can do an abort to, or am I, because I took a shot, that's it?
Not in this phase. Actually, you may abort at any time to a defensive action.
Not after you've moved.
Even in the same phase, you'll just blow your next phase.
Oh, I didn't think you could do that. All right.
Like
I
if it's in
agree.
the,
Yeah, even if you can't, that would make that as a house rule. And
I recall being able to do that even after moving. You're not stuck in the same phase. You can still abort. You will just lose your next action. You can't abort then until your next action hits, and then you can board again.
yeah,
Okay.
Now that may be just a 4th edition rule that doesn't exist in 6th anymore, but that's the way I played for years, and
Mhm.
we did that a lot. Like,
Works for me.
I missed. Oh crap! And then abort to dodge. All right, so let's move these robots. 7. Close enough. 7, somewhere in there. This guy gets here, and he turns. 6 more. Okay. This guy gets to here and turns.
Free action speech.
Yeah.
Guys, I think those robots are headed for that platform that I almost got crushed under. That probably is not a good thing.
Okay, I don't have any cool special effects like my esteemed colleague GM, but these 2 devices here begin to pulse energy toward. Oh, sorry, these 2. Yeah, here I am pointing again. Aren't you looking over my shoulder? Jeez. All right, so these 2 laser-looking, whatever they are, energy pulsers begin to target the center thing here and begin to engulf it in a field of energy.
That is probably not a good thing.
I'm gonna say you're probably right.
Okay. That guy moved. That
In
guy moved.
fact,
That guy moved. They've all moved.
that cell that we were looking for, it's now over on the other end of the damn room.
Yep, that's right. Okay.
I want
Well,
to find the person with the intel and then kick their teeth in.
okay.
You're so kind.
Damn. All right.
Well, I think we already did that. We blew up his train.
Okay, Sparks, what's you up to?
Continuing the transform.
Transformers, robots in disguise.
That was
Loud.
Oh, he's up to 20 now.
19.
I thought he was up to 16 previously, no?
No, 15.
Oh, well, okay.
Okay. So, all right. So,
You need to determine how much body he has to.
you're keeping track, right, Sparks?
Yeah.
All right, and you've got a total so far of, what did you say, 20?
19.
Oh, okay. Too bad. Too bad it's not 20.
Can he push it? Can he push it?
Well, 20 wouldn't be enough either, but just too bad it's not 20. Okay.
Oh, you're just evil.
All right, Hunter, I believe your turn.
No, he used this turn to do the flying
Oh,
dodge.
dodge. Yep, very good. I don't
So
think
he does now have a DCV of 10 for the next little while.
how do you abort? I don't think this tracks aborts. It probably does, and I don't know how. But anyway, otherwise that shouldn't have come. All right, Tinker.
Okay. I hold out monkey wrench, pointed at our friend up there,
Yeah.
and a beam comes out. Hopefully hitting it. No.
Nope.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna go with a big fat no.
That would be DCV -2. Yeah, that would be a no. All right. So that ends
It's Hunter.
segment. What?
Maybe he hits Hunter.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
With that kind of a miss, that would be
Luckily,
funny.
it would have no effect on you, so you're okay.
All right. Post
Well,
12.
maybe they missed so bad and hit one of the other robots.
You guys can take a recovery of any endurance you've used. Get your recovery back.
Okay. Got it.
Any stun, you can recover that, right? And all right, moving on to turn 3. Segment 1, segment 2, and in 3, the pillar gets to go. All right. The pillar is going to shoot at Ricochet, I think. I think that's what's going to happen. Let's see if he can do it, though.
Yeah.
So you can abort if you want to dodge or something. Otherwise, it's going to hit DCB 6.
Yeah, my DCV is not that good.
Uh-oh.
Man, you guys suck. You should have played your superheroes.
What is he? You're not superheroes.
We're not stupid. Right. Thank you.
Yeah, if Rocket was in here,
One of
he'd been
us
all over the
suck,
place
gives more
several times.
points.
That's right. Where are those guys? Jeez.
So, can you can abort to a martial block?
Yes,
That would make it miss my DCV.
but can you block a ranged attack?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't think so. I think you block
Okay,
hand to
well, I also have martial dodge, so he'll miss either way.
hand. Okay, so you're going to abort.
Yep. Now, there should be a checkbox beside my name that says I used, I did an abort.
Oh, there it is. Click to abort. All right. See, you aborted phase 3. There you go. All right. So
Now it automatically skips me.
that weird energy hits the ground next to you, and you barely dodge out of the way. All right. So now it's time for the Robotskis. Let's move up here. All right, close enough. Close enough. All right. Those guys are cranking up that way. 7.
Oh, look, they're getting dinner for us.
That's right. They have to go check the ovens. All right. And then there was another guy somewhere. All right.
I don't like that it's now a glowing green vat.
All right.
Oh,
I think that covers
something
all the
terrible
guys
is
that
going
are.
to arise out of the green bath.
Wow.
Throw
I was gonna
Eclipse
say-
in. Throw Eclipse in.
Such tropey assumptions you're making. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Hunter's read a lot of comic books.
Yeah, jeez. All right, speaking of
Uh-oh.
Hunter, put down
Oh
that
my
colored
goodness.
book and take your action.
Well, Hunter's no longer got a DCV of 10. Darn.
I do.
Where is he now? Okay. I don't recall what the rules are for things like cover. Um, Hunter could, in theory, move to the edge of the crates here
Okay.
as a half move. Almost the edge. I can't quite make out where he is here. Here we are.
There's a thing in the way there.
No, no, that's half move doesn't put him. If he did push his running to get to that one extra little spot, would he gain a DCV advantage against the sentry robot?
So the behind cover modifiers are a percentage of the target's body behind cover. If it's up to 10%, that's 0. Up to 24% is -1. 50% is -2. 74% is -3. -4. And if only your head is showing, it's -8.
Yeah, no, this would be like 50% because he'd have to be leaning out from behind the cover.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
he's
half your body showing, that would
Yeah.
give you for him hitting you would be a -2.
okay. I'll take it. So he's burned some extra end to make it that far with the half move, and he's going to take a
Well,
pot
you
shot
can
again.
also, I mean, you have, you're not in the center of your hex at all times. You can certainly be leaning up against, and so I'd give you 80% cover or whatever. That's fine.
Okay.
Because
Wunderbar.
all that needs to come out around the corner is your muzzle, and be able to sight down. So your head would stick out a little bit in your muzzle. So
Yeah.
that's fine. I'd say 80% is fine. I'm good with that.
Oh, thank
Okay,
you.
so 80%
Well, you're gonna need
is
that cover. So
80% means that the robot has a -4 to hit him.
okay. All right.
So, oops, we got to taking a pot shot. DCV of 11.
Okay, that hits.
Oops, and we've got to that's damage. Have to reconfigure the dice roller here. Ten body. Still rolling crap, but still 10 body, armor piercing.
Hunter, if you save
Mark
that roll
killing
maker,
again?
you can name it, and then you can just reuse it.
Yeah. So underneath roll maker, there's a save right above, like the combat
Yeah,
tab.
yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
All right. That ricochets off it. No pun intended.
Wow.
It has a lot of defenses.
Seriously.
Yeah. This is your major threat of. He's the boss. The boss
Yeah.
of the level.
Well, I figure, if Hunter is going to be targeting anybody with that anti-material rifle, he should be targeting the boss.
That's right. And earn the ire that gains you. All right. Hunter's done. Tinker does not move. So we're moving on to segment 4, Sparks.
And you'll
Same
notice
thing.
that
Continue
Ricochet has
to
already moved.
I didn't
consider.
notice.
Continuing.
You lost your segment 5, not 4.
No, I don't move on 5.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I move on 4, so I lost this phase.
Gotcha.
So
22.
if something targets me again, I could abort again.
Yes, you could.
I thought you
Except
said you can't do
you
back-to-back aborts.
You can't abort again until you've reached the phase you aborted. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is now. Which just passed.
Ah, he's right.
Total of 22.
Whoa, nice.
22.
Yeah, it only did 3.
22.
Have you considered pushing your power?
Um,
Okay, I'm keeping track of it.
yeah,
22.
not really.
All right. Sparks, you're done. Maybe in more ways than one.
Could be.
Yeah, it is. Tinker, you're up. It's turning to you, by the way, Mr. Hacker Dude.
Turning towards me?
No, Hacker Dude.
Oh,
I was
hacker.
just letting him, give him the heads up that the lasers have targeted him. They've honed in on him.
Okay. I want to, because I don't have it on the power. I want to use my what's it called again? I want to use my Tinkerer power because I want to see if because I don't want to miss again. I want to see if I can narrow the beam down so it's more accurate.
You
So
can
that'd be
also
like
use your
setting.
overall levels, by the way, with that, huh?
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
I
use your
can?
levels to hit. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah, your
mind then.
overall levels are overall levels.
Oh, I
So
thought it was
overall,
just
you can
on
do it.
skills.
So as long as you're wearing overalls, you should be good.
Well, I just so happen to be wearing overalls.
You just have to assign those 5 levels
I just did.
within the
Yeah.
same phase. You can't assign them again until your next phase,
To the
right?
next phase.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're arranging them right now. You can add them to DCV, OCV, etc. You need to do that every single time you act, decide where those levels go. And then you don't
Okay.
get to change it again until your next phase. So you won't get to change your levels again until 8.
Okay, it just hit a DCV of 11.
What?
Apparently, you just hit a DCV of 11, Tinker.
Oh. So you put 5 levels into your OCV?
Yeah.
That certainly was more accurate. All right. So this is your drain you're going to do?
Yeah. Siphon.
Okay. Okay. 9 body. Doesn't roll that right, does it? Does a drain do face value of body? It doesn't count body pips for body, does it?
I'll
No,
look
I
it
don't
up.
think so.
Or is
It
it
gets,
doing 9
it
character
gets,
points?
yeah, it does 9 character
That's what I
points.
thought. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and so if it has power defense, it would lower from that.
Exactly. Okay.
Body is 1 for 1.
So 4. So this would do 4 body because it's body's 1 for 1. It's not 2 for
Yep,
1.
not anymore.
Oh,
But
let's
it
change
is a
this.
defensive power. Body is considered a defensive power, so therefore it's half effective against it. So it would be the equivalent of 5.
So it's
Huh?
kind of like 2 for 1 because it's half as effective.
Yes, against certain things. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Wow. All right. So you've drained effectively 9 character points of power. You've got it. Tinker, you're done.
Okay.
Next
Yeah.
segment
That's all I can
5.
do. Going
All
back
right.
into hiding.
All right. Sparks, what's your DCV?
4.
But you're-
The problem is when he's, well, no, actually he could.
Well, lucky you. It's just enough to get hit.
Yeah, it's still gonna get
Unless he
hit.
aborts to a dodge or something.
All right. You then
Yeah.
are going to take some damage.
Yeah.
27 stun, 8 body.
Ow.
Yeah, very much ow.
Well, you do have some defenses against that sort of thing, no?
Yeah, I can't keep. Okay,
That's an 8-die attack.
8 body.
It can't one-shot
PD
you.
or ED? PD or ED?
Edie.
ED. Okay. So
27 stun, 8 body. Normal
yeah,
attack.
so I'm going to take a body. 27. So
Oh.
I take 20. Ow! Okay, not only am I stunned, I'm unconscious.
I
What?
one-shotted you.
What's your defense?
Set 7.
7? You don't
Okay.
have any armor?
That's with the armor.
You need more armor.
No, it's joke.
And you only have the base amount of stun.
Yep.
Okay.
He's not a physical. He's electronic. He's EDM. He's usually not there in the middle
All
of the
right.
combat.
So it knocked you back. It knocked you back, and you're TKO over here. All right.
Where? Oh, damn, you're back there. You have a med kit?
Who are you talking to?
Even if
Sparks.
even if I did, I'm unconscious.
He's dreaming about a med kit.
Yeah.
2.
Sparks is down. Sparks is down.
All right.
Just realized our team does not have a medic, does it? Does it?
I think Eclipse might be a medic.
Probably.
Oh, okay. We'll just, ring them up.
What you should have done is left Sparks take the vehicles back and keep Eclipse. Just kidding. All right. I think that moves all the robots I care about. All right. Robots have all moved. Hunter.
Well, Hunter's seen his bullet penetrate before. He figures he's just hitting the wrong spots. So he's going to take yet another pot shot at this security thing because still working on the theory that this is the key to stopping everything. Hit a DC of 8 this time.
That hits.
Okay.
You also haven't been rolling knockback. I forgot to remind you to do that. So make sure that you do. 3d6 for knockback.
And another crappy roll. Holy shit, what's wrong with me?
9 body. But it's armor piercing, which isn't enough. Hey, why is it rolling 4.5? It should only be rolling 4.
I don't believe it is rolling a half.
It says 46 KA half d6. Oh, is that half d6 for stun? Never mind.
Yes,
That's what it is.
probably.
Okay, that's it. Okay. All right. So, and then roll your 3d6 for knockback.
Not likely.
None. All right. So that ends Hunter's turn. We're now on 7 and 8. The pillar. The pillar.
Back to Hunter. Come on, back to Hunter.
Happy Fun Ball is all right. Yep. Back to Hunter. It's going to. Oh yeah, it's time for an area of effect attack. Yes, yes, yes.
Area effect.
At least maybe since it's area effect, it won't be 8 dice.
It'll be 12 instead.
That's right. Because the more area, the more dice. That's how it works, right? All right.
Does he see something incoming, or is it?
So those lasers kind of they go from very broad scanning to hone down on you, Hunter, and it launches an attack at you. Wait, what? It didn't roll? I thought it rolled. Okay, here we
Yeah.
go. All right.
Where am I here?
And it hits DCV 11, but it only needs to hit 3. And so what it does is some extremely white hot looking light just bathes the area where you're looking up at it. You just took a shot at it, and it just flared back at you. So you are actually going to take six
damage?
body flash. Now, do you have
Fudge.
any flash defense?
I'm just checking. I don't believe I do because that's the sort of thing that superheroes have. And nope, he has
Hey.
no flash defense.
Naga
Subtle.
agents have flash defense. Just saying.
Ah,
All right. All right. So you catch very bright light right through your night vision scope or whatever.
Lovely.
And you are like, ah, and you can't see. All you see is black spots everywhere.
What round is this? Segment 8. Okay.
8. All right. Ricochet. You finally get to move again.
okay. I'm gonna run.
Abort to recover. Just kidding.
I wish that was possible.
Oh, look at that
I mean-
speed demon. Oh,
Even
he's backing it off now.
I can only go to 6, right? Because that's 12.
Without pushing, yes, that's correct.
So if I push to get right up to here, that would be
So-
another 6.
6 inches, so that's 12 meters. So another 12 endurance.
Okay. I will do that.
Running is 1 point per meter or 1 point per 2 meters. I think it's 1 point per meter. Because
I'll
Yeah.
take it 1 per meter. That's fine.
I think it's 2 points per inch, so 1 point per meter. So you would do an endurance of 1 point per meter, right? Okay.
Okay.
That's probably wrong because of the nonsense of converting to meters. That was a dumb move for 6th edition. All right. So you've pushed a full move to the base of the pillar. Now you're gonna like Hercules that thing over. Is that what you're gonna do? Push it over.
That'd be cool.
All right. Sparks. You can recover from being stunned.
Recover from stun.
Okay. Tinker, you don't get to earn anything back. You just are unstunned.
Right.
Yep. All right. So
He's still actually unconscious.
yes. Tinker, you're up.
Yeah. Sparks, does your you have the the deck, right?
Yeah.
Is it
Yes.
shielded? Is it shielded against EMP like emissions?
Not really.
Okay, then I won't do what I was thinking of doing.
Don't do a 360 one. If you can do an aimed one, that's fine.
The drain that you did previously was apparently effective.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I saw the other robot, so I figured I was going to use my power trick to try and disperse the attack. But just go back to shooting at the guy up the tower.
All right, that hits.
Okay.
Other 4 body.
Okay.
So this is an interesting note. You were knocked out. Is that correct, Sparks?
Correct.
Okay. So you can either be stunned or knocked out, not both. That's from page 158 of Champions Complete.
You're right. You're
A
right. So
character can be
I would have been
stunned
able
or
to take a
knocked out,
recovery.
not both. The one condition overrides the other. So
Right.
if you're
Yeah.
knocked out, you would get a recovery.
Right. Which brings me back to 0.
So what
Okay.
you're saying is that recovery would have been to get out of being knocked out as opposed to stunned.
Correct.
Right. But he's still at 0, so he's still unconscious.
Okay, you took a total of 20 stun with that blast because you got hit for 27. 7 of that was knocked off from your energy defense total. And so
Right.
20 got through. So you lost 20 stun.
Right. That's right.
How much
So
stun do you normally have?
20.
Okay, so you were at 0.
I just added the knockback. Right. I had added just the straight knockback without the defenses. I forgot the defenses applied to that. So now I'm at 4 stun and 4 endurance.
So you're not out.
No, I'm conscious again.
Ah.
But I'm not
Woohoo!
standing up yet.
Yay!
Playing
Ah!
possum.
Anyway, I go back into hiding. And I'm done.
Okay. All right. 9. The robots move.
Reaction dialogue. Sparks, are you okay? If so, do you think you could stop those robots?
Ow. Oh. What hit me? Yeah, I think, yeah, I'll try to do something with them.
We
Okay.
don't know what they're up to yet. We presume it's no good.
Going on that position, I'm saying we should stop them from doing it.
Okay. Okay. Sparks, make a perception roll.
I'm trying to remember if I have a skill level I can apply to that. No. Succeeded
Very
by
good.
5.
Nice.
Okay. You are suddenly aware as this robot. What the heck happened there? Oh, it's just your arrow. It looked weird from this
Yeah.
angle. I'm like, what? It's got like weird cross plus what the? Anyway, it's because you did 2 and it rotated 90 degrees when you did the other one. So it was this weird. I'm like, what the heck? Is that like a weird emoji or something? I'm cross plussed.
Well, he
all right.
was crossed out for a second.
So you see this thing right here? And you see this thing right here? Right? And you see these things, right? Okay. All those things.
Yeah.
All those
Okay.
things.
All those things. This one just fired up with the same energy signature that you recognized from before the room changed. You're pretty sure that the energy cell's in there.
Okay.
That's all. Hunter, you're up.
Well, Hunter is kind of blind at the moment, so going by largely by memory, he's remembering that there's a bit of clear space back here.
Yep.
So he's going to do a a flying dodge to reach that area and hope he doesn't like collide with shit.
Okay. So I think you should make a breakfall roll.
Okay.
And if you don't have it,
Uh,
just roll 3 dice and we'll see what happens.
Dex roll.
Or you can make
Yeah.
a dex roll.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Or no, well, I succeeded by 0. I should remember that I can use secondary or the primary thing.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting.
Yep. Okay. So so all right, fine. Yeah, you managed to slide past the ladder and not trip on a box, but you're back in that corner now. You're good.
Okay. And I have some DCB.
Yep. All right. Segment 9, segment 10. We're whipping through these turns, man. The pillar gets to move.
At this rate, we might even get a second recovery.
Do, 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 do. Yeah, well, if there were superheroes playing, this would be over by now. All right, what's to shoot at? What can we shoot at? He's still laying on the ground like he's not anything.
Yes, I'm playing dead.
Okay. Um,
Awesome.
oh, I see. We can aim at somebody that's trying to be behind cover. That's good. All right.
I'm
Sorry.
behind cover.
Yeah, whatever. You're not.
I couldn't get over there. There's no.
I will give you. Yeah, but you moved from where you could see him, so he can see you. Let's see. That would hit DCB 7, which isn't enough. So, oh wait, no, that hits the hex just fine. So you get a flare, and that is also a very bright flash that will do 6 body flash. Have any flash defense?
No. Yes, I have flash defense.
Really?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you were a superhero, you would, because that's something
Yeah,
superheroes have.
I would. So what is that flash? What is flash again? I forgot.
You're blind that many phases, so you have 6 phases in which you're blind. So I would write it down, like using
No,
one of
it's
your.
not 6 phases, it's 6 segments.
Damn it! Shut up, you. Go.
Yeah.
Go in the back. 6 segments. That's not hardly any time at all.
I'm still counting them, so
All right. So segment 10 is over. Segment 11, segment 12, the pillar gets to go again. What are we going to do? That's it. He's going to save. He's going to hold his action. All right. Ricochet, what do you think you're going to do from there?
He's not allowed to hold an action. Cut that out.
He's evaluating an attempt to rewrite his code, and he's augmenting it so that he gets an extra +2 to hit. How you like that?
You can do that.
Rewriting the character sheet so I can just kick your butt harder. All right. Ricochet, what are you going to do?
I don't know. Can I see the robot from where I am?
No. So, lucky you.
Can I ricochet?
Sure. Do you want to try to shoot straight up and bounce it off the ceiling?
Well, I was thinking of shooting off the wall here.
Okay. Go for it. I see your hand.
Okay.
Number 6 in the left pocket.
Wow.
Well,
DCB of 7.
is that with all your bouncing and whatnot?
Yep.
Okay, that hits.
Wow. That's a cute trick. Oh,
That's 4 body. killing.
Yeah, it just lost too much oomph bouncing off the wall.
Yep. But it's to
Kind
let
of.
him know that I'm still here.
Uh, okay, okay, all right, hold on. Let's just see something. I need to see. Uh, all right. Uh, he blows his saved action, taking a chunk out of this wall over here.
So the wall can't be used again.
So he blasts the wall.
Well, that's
It
where he thought the shot was
tricked
coming
him.
from, right?
It may have
Yeah.
tricked him into thinking that someone was shooting from him over there. All right. So Ricochet is done. All right, the robots. All right, Sparks. This one lights up.
Reaction, speech. I can't see. I
Okay.
can't see.
I think our power supplies are over here where we. He's going to attempt on robot B2. Mind control, stop all action. So that's fast hack.
Okay.
Would hit DCB of 12 or
Yeah, that's fine. You hit it.
do. For a total of 30.
Wow.
That one
And
was a little better.
we're comparing this to what?
Look good.
It would be like its ego
It doesn't.
or intelligence. This is just
Okay.
it's a mind control.
Cypher
Yeah.
strikes again.
But it has
Yeah.
no ego, so I'm not sure how that would fly.
Well,
Well,
if it's basically if it's independent, if it's got an independent system, AI like, then it would go against that. If it's a remote control and non-autonomous, then I'm not sure what would happen there.
Good question. Okay. Sort
I
that
would
out later.
for what it's worth, I would adjudicate that if it's got an AI, it actually does have an ego. If it's not an AI and it's just something working off of literal software, then it would have an ego of 0, and he would have to the level of effect would be determined by the total quantity of dice.
Or just plus 10, plus 20 from 0.
Exactly, yeah, from 0. And in which case a 30 actually probably would get it to do something that it would otherwise be programmed to not do.
Overriding its program, basically.
That seems
Yeah.
reasonable.
Right.
So, all right. So for now, I'm just going to mark that this guy's not doing anything. I just flipped him over to remind me. He's not. He's still. He's just kind of standing there looking at things. All right. Sparks.
I just did that.
Thanks. I gave you a chance to do it again. You skipped it. Oh well. Hunter, go ahead.
I play
Yeah.
fair.
Hunter's working under the assumption at this point that he's not being targeted, and hoping that that's true. He's taking a recovery.
Okay. All right. Recovery. Tinker.
Oh, I think I mentioned something about not being able to see.
Yep.
So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use my power. Here's a power roll to see if to try and jury rig monkey wrench to lock on to the previous power signal that I shot at before.
Yeah, you can do that. You can use your spatial awareness that's discriminatory to target. Sure.
Cool.
Why not?
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I presume you're putting your levels on the hit roll?
Yeah, I haven't been able to change it yet.
Okay, so it
Like you
looks
said,
like
I couldn't change it until 8.
All right, you hit it. Go ahead.
12. So it
Okay.
Plus the
becomes
9 the first time.
All right, it powers down.
yes. Wow.
Did
Way to go, Tinker.
I hit it? Did I hit it?
Well, it's not hitting us, so that's a good thing.
Whew, she sags in the corner.
Oh, where'd my mini go?
You know I still can't see. I think
Take
that's
your
it
word
for me.
for it.
I can barely breathe.
All right. That ends segment 12. We're now in post 12.
Post segment 12 recoveries. Hmm.
As segment 1 rolls around, we start turn 4.
Uh-oh.
Nobody moves on 1. 2. Are you blind people keeping track of whether you can see again or not?
Hunter has just recovered his vision.
Yeah, I've still got 2 more.
Perception roll,
segments.
Hunter.
Oh, look, we actually have a perception roll. Succeeded by 3.
Okay, you may wish that you had not seen this. Look over at that vat.
Oh my
I told you that
goodness.
green vat was not.
Emerging out of the green vat, dripping from the whatever solution that is a fairly large and highly intimidating robot.
That's not good.
What did you do, Hunter?
Okay.
Why?
Segment 2. Segment 3. All right. The robots.
Are you still planning to stop at 9?
This one, yes.
Okay.
This one powers on here.
All right.
Yeah, because Mechanon will make very quick work of all of you. It'll be
I'm
Wow.
sure.
Wow.
super easy. Okay, so
Alien inconvenience.
do you have, I don't know, what do you think? Do you think Hunter would know who Mechanon is?
Mechanon doesn't exist. He got vanished.
I like that idea.
So that was
I
only 5
wonder.
years ago. Do you think you'd know who Mechanon was?
He's
He's a
been
young man. I'd be surprised.
he's like 18 years old. He's lived
Oh, he's very
in a
young.
forest for the last
Okay.
4 years.
So he wouldn't. He doesn't know who that is. He just looks like an ominous robot.
Okay.
I'm sure Sparks know who Mechanon is, being an Until agent.
Yeah, probably.
Not that I can see him from here.
That's right. Ricochet can't see. Pretty much none of you can see. It's pretty far away. Tinker, maybe. Does Tinker know who Mechanon is?
Well, Tinker's still blind.
Oh, Tinker can't see.
I'm
Well, there you go.
blind. Right.
Nobody. I just Hunter. Hunter can see this robot coming up out of the vat. Okay.
I got another segment before I'll be able to see anything.
All right, Hunter. What are you going to do about this new knowledge as you open your eyes and go, oh,
Well, he's um, these crates here. He's going to move to take cover behind these crates, lean out, and take a shot at the new opponent because he doesn't know any better. And it's actually a disad on his character sheet that he thinks that he is capable of engaging superheroes with this rifle of his.
There you go. So he just likes poking the hornet's nest. All right.
He's gonna
Yeah,
kill us
apparently.
all.
Overconfidence is tight.
Okay.
So
Well, that's interesting.
Can I shoot Hunter?
Abort
hits a
to.
DC of 5. That's a miss, I expect.
Yeah, it's a miss. Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. If he's not expecting the attack, he would be a DCV 0.
Yeah, like, how dare he? Go ahead and roll to hit. I mean, you rolled it. Go ahead and roll your damage. We'll
Wow.
say that you hit at 5. He's not moving.
Holy shit. And finally, I don't roll crap for damage. Look at this. I rolled 20 body. Armor piercing.
Okay.
That will definitely get his attention.
I was about to say, I think he might have
And
noticed.
technically, I rolled. What did it roll for stun? That's weird.
40.
Okay. This has also got a +1 stun multiple on it, which is not being not being recorded by the dice rollers.
Okay.
Well, it did 40 stun.
I am expecting that was the result of its 1d3 roll.
It doesn't. What it's not doing is it's telling us what the D3 was. So it's not telling us what the 4 dice are either, like most attacks. So that's
It should be telling.
it very well could
Peter.
be you rolled a 1 on your D3 and that made it a 2, right?
What dice does it show you that it rolled?
It doesn't.
Pete?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't.
No, it does. It does for him, not for us.
Oh,
But
okay.
for him, it would say you rolled 2, 4, and 5.
It rolled a 2. Right, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not counting the +1 stun multiple.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. We'll have to look at that some other time. For now, you shoot at it and it dissipates against its plating and energy fields.
20 body armor piercing dissipates.
Yep.
Wow.
Whimper.
Mechanon is a big bad. It would take 2 or 3 of us superpowered to take him on.
Don't kid yourself.
You're
it
funny.
Would take the whole
12.
team.
12 to 15 of you
Yeah.
take him on. That's like Dr. Destroyer. He's on the same level as Dr. Destroyer. Very much so.
Yeah, and he's going to be mad. He's going to be
We're
very mad.
agents.
Okay. Then, very good. Here, Hunter, you got to move. Tinker, what about you? Oh, you don't get to move. Ricochet. Nobody said anything, so you don't know there's a Mechanon in the vat.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, well, we would have heard Hunter's other shot.
Hunter shot at somebody and then went, what the, or whatever he would say. Okay, so he's not happy about his shot not being as effective as he wanted it to be.
Okay. Sparks, Tinker, we need to work together. So far, I think we have got the robot up above me neutralized, perhaps, if we're lucky. But we need to get those power sources out. So we need to work together on that. Got it?
Understood.
So
3
what
of the
I'm going
4
to do is I'm going to run up to the top of this And if the robot starts to move, I'm going to shoot it to draw its attention. The two of you need to work together and get one of those power cells out right away.
Sure. As soon as I can see, I'll be right on that.
Don't make excuses. Just do it.
Like
Roger
me.
that.
There is no try. There is only do.
But I was gonna take this other robot here that seems to be powering stuff up out, but
There's another robot?
Your guy
yeah,
doesn't
all
like to
these
stand
things
up.
running around the room.
Ricochet shouldn't be drinking.
Apparently not. Eh?
It's now turned
I'll
into
pull
like
them
an
up, don't
episode
worry
of The
about it.
Sims.
There we go.
Okay. Looks like an episode of The Sims. All right.
So a half action up to there,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna shoot at the robot up above if it starts to target any of us.
This one?
Yes,
The security pillar?
security pillar.
Okay.
That's the only one I'm aware of. So
Okay. So it's and see, what it, otherwise you're going to do what? If it's not a threat, you're moving where? Just to
So
where you're at, and that's it?
yeah, I moved to there, and if anything threatens the team, that's what I will attack.
Okay. All right, very
All
good.
right.
Sparks.
Half moves to stand up, and then same thing with robot A1 that I did with B2. Seesaw action. Wasted that on a DCV, but right. And 22, so +2.
Okay.
Or +20.
All right. It repeats the same action over and over again.
So it doesn't
Doesn't just stop.
what it was.
No. But it seems to be stuck in a loop or something.
Okay.
It's glitchy.
No nose picking.
Okay. Tinker, you're up.
Can she see
Okay.
it?
Yeah, I can see now.
Yay.
Okay. So you notice something. Make a perception roll.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Succeed by 1.
All
That
right.
include your +5?
Yeah, it offsets range anyway, so that's good. So you notice some strange gleaming and glimmering, and you look over at the vat area, and you would know Mechanon, right?
If he's in the database, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's Mechanon. And I assume your jaw drops a little bit. This is such a major, he destroys cities at a time.
Okay, yeah, guys. Time to skedaddle.
If we get the power cells out, that might stop the process from continuing.
Works for me. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, we'd have to go by him to get out, unless we can go out this other door.
Okay. I'm going to move to falling down.
Okay, there you go.
You?
That's as far as you can go because the collider on that piece.
Yeah.
So you're going to work on this one right here, trying to get the thing out of there?
Right. The acetylene torch should still be here.
No, because you destroyed it, freeing
Oh,
yourself
right,
from the thing.
right. You're absolutely correct.
But you do have a monkey wrench. You could probably try to get to it with that.
Actually, I think if I use the monkey wrench on this thing here and drain the power out of it, that might actually have an effect.
We want the power cell. Don't drain the power from it.
While you override the power cell is powering this. Yep, okay, I'm gonna use
Okay.
it to pry open.
All right, roll.
What do you
Use
want me
your
to roll?
drain. Roll your drain on it.
Roll the drain? Okay.
Yeah.
12.
All right. So what happens is it some things rotate. You basically have turned off the containment area power. You drain the power out of that, and so it'll open right up. And there's a rucksack size power cell in there that just needs to be unplugged like a light bulb.
Okay. You hear her go yoinks as she proceeds to disconnect it.
All right. Very good. You don't get to do anything. You don't get to do anything. All right. On 6, this robot continues to go right past you. This robot goes there. Okay, so the color of energy shooting from these laser-looking pulse cannon thingies has begun to change and oscillate into purples and blacks and back and forth, and it kind of goes back and forth in this ominous-looking energy as it appears to be powering up the Mechanon unit. All right. This robot slides over. It apparently is rebooted or something. And so it's now moving over to this panel and pushing more buttons while this one is kind of repeating a poking jab, but not quite hitting the panel. Just gunk, 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 and it's kind of just stuck.
Can I use my ranged disarm ability to shoot one of those one of those things down here?
What
I
thing?
would need
That
I
thing?
would need
Okay.
to move, yeah.
To disarm it? No, that would be to shoot something out of someone's hand. So I guess you
Technically.
could, unless you wanted to like try to shoot some controls on it, like to power it off or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I was thinking of.
Okay. Yeah, you can try that. Sure.
I don't know if I can see it from where my character is standing. I think the line of effect is I would have to move again.
Yep, you would.
Okay, so that's my plan for my next action.
Okay. All right, Hunter.
Well, quite by coincidence, Hunter was thinking something similar. He saw his best shot bounce off that robot, and he sees, he sees what this thing is doing. So he's actually stepping back a little bit. He's now completely covered from the robot's vision. If the vision, but he does have half cover against the gizmo here.
Okay.
He's
so
going to.
I'm going to relay what my plan is over to the team.
Okay.
Okay, and so Hunter, if you can take the one on the far side of the vat, because I won't be able to shoot that one, but I can shoot the one that's on closer to me. And if we can disable these things, maybe that'll stop Mechanon from powering up quickly.
So he's back to his original position, so he can target that far machine.
Okay.
Just want to verify for range modifiers here. Oops. But it's an inanimate object. It's not going to have much in the way of DCV, right?
That would be the theory.
Hit a hex, yeah. Unless you're trying to shoot the actual controls, then you would need something else like the disarm or whatever, right?
Or just a really good roll.
If you're just trying to hit the machine itself, that's easy, right? It's bigger than a hex, so it may have a DCV of 1.
Because what I was thinking of doing was firing at the actual aperture, like the thing that's emitting the energy.
Okay. So then say DCV 5 or 6 probably.
Okay. So
Okay.
in that
Assuming.
case, yeah,
If you brace, you can get a +2 to your OCV.
yeah, that's exactly what he was intending on doing. So he's now at half DCV due to brace, but he's got a +2, and that will do away with any range modifiers. So takes a shot. He rolls 15 or less. He hits. He hits.
Okay. Cool.
Damage. Hoping this thing is not. And again with a crappy body roll. Holy fuck.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
But it is armor piercing, and I doubt this thing has got, hardened defenses. So
You
Okay.
need new bullets.
Body 9. All right. So you damage it, but it's still emitting its energy.
okay.
All right. After Hunter, we go to segment 7, and then 8. Ricochet.
Okay. So that's when I'm going to move to here. And I think from here I can get a clear shot at this device down here.
Yep.
Now, how do I measure between? Okay, that's the distance, right?
Yeah.
So 27.
Yeah, you hold the tab key and then do it.
Okay. So 27 gives a -4, but I have +5 for range modifiers. So that should eliminate that 4, correct?
Yep.
Good.
Well, what do we have here?
Do I hit a DCV of 9?
Yeah, that's fine.
9.
Yep.
It does 7 body.
Okay. So you damage that also, the controls, and you've locked it on.
Locked it on.
Which may be good because it may overcharge, right? Or maybe not. We'll see. All right. So you hear a voice that isn't any of you, and you just hear, "Oh, well, what do we have here? Fascinating."
Free action. Free speech.
Yeah.
Sparks. Do you think you can override more than one of those robots? Power them
Not,
down or something?
no. I can only get one at a time.
Okay, then stop the one that you haven't touched. The other one seems to be in a programming loop and it's still rebooting.
Yeah, I had the other one stop for a moment, but we'll see if I can get it to reverse its programming.
Coolio. At the
right.
same time, I'm going to
And why
shut
don't
down.
you? I was gonna say, why don't you come down and fix this one?
Yeah, I'm going to shut that one down because I still have to get the cell out of this one. But I'll shut yours down. The containment field, that is.
Okay, Sparks, what are you gonna do?
Try the fast hack on Robot 2. Same
Okay,
thing.
go for it. The voice you heard, by the way, sounded synthesized in some fashion and seemed to have been coming out of loudspeakers that you didn't know were in, around this area, but probably like a PA system.
Uh,
Oh boy.
Plus 20.
we are being observed.
All right. 20? Okay. So again, you stick
20
that
on
one
two.
in some weird loop, and it's like turning around in circles.
That's
Round
all
and
that
round and
matters. As
round we
long as
go.
it's at, yeah, as long as it's not doing anything more.
Works for me.
All right, Tinker, are you gonna work on the next power core or something? What are you gonna do?
I'm pointing at this one here.
Okay. The voice over the loudspeakers again says, "That is interesting. A Mechanon base. I had no idea any were left."
Oh great.
Who's out
We're,
loud?
we're
I'll
in
say,
we're
who's
in his
saying that?
home.
Hmm?
We're
What?
in his home. And I'm going to move to here. To
Okay.
want to be my
This one
next.
doesn't seem to be on. This one here, not on.
Okay, so there's nothing in there.
Or it's not on. Yeah. These two
Well,
were
okay.
powered up.
Ah, this
This
one
one-
hadn't already. Gotcha.
Well, does it need to be powered up in order to be extracted?
Don't know. I mean, I know, but I'm not telling.
Well, did this one go down?
That one, well, I'm not sure you can tell if it's turned on or not because it's contained. But
Okay, well I shot it and did
so
the
this
damage.
one and
Yeah.
this one,
Yeah.
oops, whatever. I'm pointing to those first two.
Yeah.
We're on, and Sparks may have said something. I don't know if he said anything about that or not, but
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
then
believe he did.
this one over here.
yep, that one came on.
She just powered down this
Yeah, I
one.
powered down this one is I just
She
powered
did
down.
13.
Yeah, so she opened it. They're basically open, and the conduit, the power cell, needs to be removed.
Right.
She did that with the first one already, huh?
The first one is yeah, so instead I'm going to I'm gonna climb up to here so I can shoot at that one next go round. That's how many power cells were we expecting? Sparks?
4.
Four? Where
Yep.
did you pick them up? Which other conduit?
I think they only got these 3 started. I don't know if that one. Why is it? Helps to hit the right. That one, this one, and the one across from me were the only ones that were powered up.
Okay, well this one's been powered down. Now, okay, next target will be the one across the way then.
Right.
When I get to go again,
Okay.
that is. That's it for me.
Okay. Okay, those robots move a little closer.
The player here has a feeling that these robots, if they stay here too long, become security robots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Upgrade. All right, Hunter.
He's going to repeat the same action, attempting to finish off this machine.
Okay.
That's a hit. Try not to roll crap on the damage dice this time again. Still a crappy roll, 10 body armor piercing.
Okay.
Is it still functional?
No, it shuts off.
Hey,
Hey, good job.
Woohoo!
Which is why you now have a mad robot coming at you.
And the
Yes.
voice says again, "Well, let's see. Oh, there's a CCTV system too. Perfect. My things are active down there. Who are you? Let me look. All right.
Here.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull my cap lower down to shadow my face.
All right. So 10, 11, we're on 12. Ricochet.
Okay, so Ricochet will say, Hunter, is there a chance for you to hit that vat and cause whatever it's in there to blow up?
Possibly. If you can take out this other machine.
That's my hope. So I'm going to shoot at the same machine that I was shooting before.
Okay.
DCV 9.
Pretty sure that's a hit.
10 body.
Oi!
All right. It shorts out the controls and the thing powers off.
Yay!
Yay.
The voice sounds different now. It's coming from someplace else. As the orb eyeball of Mechanon lights up,
Oh,
the
no.
voice says, "Excellent. You've left just enough room for me." And the robot steps off of the platform and jumps down to the ground. It seems to be trying out its knees and hips. Wow, such power. This is amazing.
Matter of opinion.
I think we're hosed. I think we're seriously hosed.
And then he looks over at you, Hunter. That's quite a rifle you have there. I think you've learned not to use it on this body.
Hunter nods his head vigorously.
And then he says, "It's time for Algorithm to make a new entrance into the world."
Oh, friggin'!
What's
We
an algorithm?
don't know who that is, of course, but
Yes, I know. That was, yeah, I know.
Algo. Wait a minute. That's a programming thing. This is not good.
And that ends our game. Our one shot is done. Shortly after Algorithm leaves, there's another voice. It comes over your comms, though, and it's a little sketchy because you are so far underground. But perhaps with the satellite signal boosted or something like that, you do hear another voice. It has an odd, somewhat arrogant British accent. And he says, "Hello, agents. Allow me to introduce myself, and sorry for the intrusion. I am Socrates, and I would like to invite you to a special meeting with the new champions."
With
And
what?
I look back at
Okay.
Spark.
how much trouble
Yeah.
are we in?
This thing just walked out of here, called itself Algorithm. We're gonna need some help. We're gonna need some extract help.
And there we go. That's our scenario for tonight. Thanks everyone for playing.
Hey,
Thank
but we
you.
got the power cells, right?
You will have. Yeah, you're left there alone. The bots basically shut down now that Mechanon has left. And so they stop and you can grab the power cells and leave.
Good.
Okay.
I hate
Careful,
leaving here.
carefully
hate to leave
making
here
sure
with
that you don't
empty
meet
hands.
anyone else on the way up, right?
Yeah.
Staying well behind the algorithm.
All right, very good. So we are done then, and you guys have a great night.
That
Alright.
was fun. That was
Thank
so
you.
much fun. Thank
Alright.
you so much for running.
You bet.
We've
Take care,
reached
guys.
the monster.
All right. Bye-bye.
Night.